Ed, we're here to talk about plastic innovation and what we can do to continue growing the plastic market whilst also making it more sustainable. So, who are we talking to you today? I'll be hosting the presentation. I'm Brian Balmer. I manage our portfolio of published research for our chemicals, materials, and nutrition practice. My background is in chemistry. I've been with Frost & Sullivan for 25 years now, and polymers and composites is one of our core program areas, and we have analysts in our team working on a number of studies right now in this area. So I'll be presenting some of the latest findings from that research today.
I'm going to first talk about, this is one of the slides that I presented in the ThyssenKrupp LDPE conference. This talks about LDPE supply situation and focusing more on China. When we look at the polymer supply today, a lot of regionalization has happened in the last few years in terms of growing capacities in regions of demand and in regions where the demand has been fast growing. So a lot of capacities have been upcoming in Asia. When we look at LDPE and specifically in China, the first thing is that, a lot of consumers today, a lot of brand owners today are kind of asking for ISCC plus certified resins, which has become very important, especially in Europe and in North America. So a kind of retrofits in the conventional lines, kind of tweaks in the lines to accommodate these recycled content or recycled material, that's going to grow, and that is on the OEMs. That's a big opportunity for the OEMs, and they are working with manufacturers to meet this kind of demand.
What demand trends for polymers and whether there are markets that will grow and provide an outlet for the higher volumes of material that we'll be seeing coming to the market, as you said there. And the pie charts I've got on here are just to begin that discussion and to provide a bit of context. As the first chart on the left shows, packaging is the largest single application of polymers overall. So whilst Anwesha on the previous slide was showing some really nice opportunities for growth for LDPE outside of the packaging space, in absolute volume terms, growing demand for packaging will remain the number one driver for overall growth in polymer consumption. What we're working on right now is a study on polymers in flexible packaging. We're nearly finished the report, so what I'm going to talk you through now are a few slides from the near finalized report, just with a few conclusions that we are drawing from our research. And what I really wanted to do today was to focus on the list of primary growth drivers that we've included in that research. Mostly because when I looked at them, what I saw was a really good illustration of this dilemma that I've been talking about, and in general, the dynamic between functionality and sustainability. So I'll talk through some of these drivers in turn now for you. To summarize today's discussion before we wrap up, first of all, what do we see as our role in Frost & Sullivan in this whole dynamic of moving towards a more sustainable plastic industry in the future? We can produce market studies talking about where we see growth in the various markets, but I also see our role as being one where we can champion sustainable solutions. So whenever we see a sustainable solution, whether it be the polystyrene recycling technology that I mentioned from Trinseo earlier on, or the new pack from Union Coffee, and making plastic packaging more recyclable whilst still being functional,